What's up, guys? If you listen to this podcast, you know that Brooke and myself and Jeanna are always trying to find the best new hair products and styling products, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to hair care, and that's because your hair and your goals are completely unique. I struggle with oily scalp, breakage. I've always wanted my hair to be long and thick and shiny. Thanks to my personalized Prose routine, I can honestly say I've never been more in love with my hair. Prose makes custom hair care that's effective because it's personal. Using natural ingredients with proven results, Prose customizes every product in your routine from shampoo to supplements. First, Prose starts by asking about your hair goals. Mine were more volume, less breakage, and faster growth. Their in-depth consultation also asks about you as a person. Prose analyzed all my answers and hand-picked clean ingredients to help me reach my hair goals. My absolute favorite product that I have gotten from them so far is their dry shampoo. We all need a good dry shampoo that doesn't leave your hair feeling gritty or looking white after you use it. Prose is the key to achieving all your hair goals this year. Take your free in-depth hair consultation and get 15% off your first order today. Go to prose.com/reps. That's prose.com/reps for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp.com/reps and get on your way to being your best self. When you're at your best, you feel like you can do anything. I mean, at least I do. You feel like you can do great things. But sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you, because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/reps today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps. Hey guys.
Hey.
And hey out there. Welcome to Between the Reps with Brooke, Jeanna, and Devon. Woo!
Hey out there, over there, under there.
Good morning.
What are they under?
I don't know. Sheets?
Probably there.
Under the sheets, yeah, the blankets.
Right now.
Yeah, under the covers.
Under a pile of Taco Bell?
Yeah. That's my style.
Hey, I like that sweatshirt, Jeanna. That's OG.
It is OG and swear.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, I miss those days.
It's going to be vintage.
So I wrote down a couple things to mention.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's
right,
so many. Honestly, there's so many. Okay. A friend of mine, Baker Levitt, he does this thing on Instagram where like every so often he does one of his story posts. It's just like a note, like you've taken on your phone, like in the note page.
Okay.
I'm talking about. And then he just posts it, and it's Baker's thoughts. So it's just like all these thoughts where he has a thought, writes it down. And none of it, they don't go together. It's just like a list of questions or thoughts or things he might, be wondering or whatever.
Okay.
I think we should start doing that individually so we can share some random thoughts that we have throughout the day.
I don't know if people really want to look inside my mind like that.
I don't know. Do you want to hear the thought?
They really want to know what I'm thinking about.
For example, the thought I had this morning while I was taking a handful of pills. Because I'm taking like my vitamin D and this other thing that's supposed to help me from supposed to help my kidneys.
Oh no, I saw your bag of drugs. There's no way you're going to be able to explain all of them.
I'm not going to explain all of them, but
I told her that she looked like an 80-year-old woman.
She totally did.
Listen, not proud of it.
I know.
Anyways, what I was thinking was I have to take a antibiotic right now for the weird irritation I've had on my back. I haven't talked about this if you guys are listening, because you know what? Don't really want to get into it, but it was potentially what they think caused it by a lot of stress. And I got to do an antibiotic. They think it's
folliculitis.
It just sounds gross when you say it. Anyways, here's what I was wondering.
It's just like what is it, like a clogging of the follicles or something?
It's basically like bacteria, but they said that I could have even got it definitely stress induced, but certain things I'm supposed to do is like take a Q-tip and put Neosporin on it and wipe it in my nose. They're like, it could have been, brought in from breathing in like if you have like allergies. I'm like, well, I haven't been having allergies, but sure, I'll swipe that shit. But here again, my thought.
Yeah.
There's people that can like put a whole bunch of pills in their hand, down the hatch, swallow. Yes. There's people that like can't, right? It's not that they couldn't. It's just not something that they have ever done or want to do. Maybe it scares them. I don't know.
Some people really can't.
Or they can't. Yeah. I almost like every time I have a big handful and I just go for it, I'm like, I think in my head, hope this works out all right.
I do the same thing.
You do?
I do the same thing. Yeah. Especially if it's like more than one.
Hope one doesn't go down the wrong pipe.
Yeah. Right. Hope I don't die from just taking these 3 pills. Like I could just take them one at a time.
Yeah.
Right. And save myself the stress. But nah.
What I wondered is because one of those pills is antibiotic. And so I took all my pills and thought to myself,
oh yeah. Are you supposed to take it?
I wonder if when you take like, even if it's vitamins or whatever, right? I wonder if you take all of them at once, will you still use them the same way?
Oh yeah.
No,
like they turn into like,
you don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them turn into like a stew.
Like all of a sudden it's like your stomach's like, the male department in Elf. Or no, the male department in the Grinch.
Or it's just like, foo, 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 foo.
They're coming in too fast. They like throw it into the wrong category.
I don't know like a lot of specifics. It's actually something that I've been meaning to look up because I've started taking so many more supplements. Thanks, but I know for sure that like vitamin D, you have to take with, it's only
what? Oh, I know. I'm going to tell them about it. My mom trying to out me. I'm going to out myself.
You make sure you tell them.
She goes, the chocolate incident.
Oh, your mom's creating content for us.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's on my little list.
All right, go Dev.
It's all right. Vitamin D, you have to take with some kind of fat. So you have to take it with like milk or, anything that has some fat in it, like avocado. It has, for it to process in your system, it has to be taken with fat.
So it's just not going to go bad. It's just not going to do what it's supposed to.
Right. So like absorption is affected by whether it's on an empty stomach or with something in your system. Like there's some medications that you can't take with citrus.
Right.
So you have to be really careful.
How come anytime I've been prescribed something, that's never been the conversation. It's never been talked about.
Maybe it's like maybe it's on the directions.
Oh, in the that one tiny text.
Yeah, the 6-page tiny one.
And you're like,
they roll up and staple to the bag, and then you're just like, oh, cool. All right, well, this is like a full-time job.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
No, I think interesting.
Okay, I've got 2 things on my list.
Okay.
All right.
You want the funny one first or the sentimental one first?
Sentimental.
Okay, sentimental. I'm not going to say his name, but when I was at the Delta Lounge, we were from Salt Lake. This guy come up to me and he asked if I was Brooke Entz, and I said yes. And he is a longtime listener to the podcast, and he let me know that we got him through some of the hardest times of his life, and he's a friend. And it was just really cool.
That is cool because you don't really think of this as helping people.
And he basically, you know what
I'm saying? No, you don't really think of that. And it's nice when you hear that, Yeah. You go, oh man, we are doing this for a reason. I love that.
Yep. He told me that I was and I'm like, well, I'm happy that I could successful therapy. Like you did therapy and it was a success.
That's awesome.
So great.
Anyways. Okay. Now funny one. This is the chocolate story. So I haven't been doing it tried to pull myself back from, needing something sweet at nighttime. Sometimes I'll go into the freezer because my mom has chocolate chip cookies, especially because all of our Christmas stuff was. And I'll get a couple chocolate chip cookies that are frozen, grab a protein shake, and then fill my water bottle and go upstairs. And I'm like out for the night. My parents always know, oh, she's coming back down about 30. Well, this particular night, my mom and dad they keep indoor truffle chocolates. Like they have like bags of them. And they're honestly, they've had them in there for a long time. And then another bag of these it's like a mint chocolate truffle. I don't remember which companies it's from. So sometimes if I want something sweet, like a chocolate or Halloween candy, I will go in there and we'll watch TV or whatever. I'll go in there and I'll steal a couple chocolates. Well, this particular night, I was in bed watching a movie. I ate one of the truffles and then one of the lint truffles or whatever, and then went to bed. Woke up in the morning. And I sit up out of bed, and I had taken when I thought I wasn't going to eat the last chocolate, like, self-control.
Right.
I must have grabbed it and had it with me in bed and then passed out, but never ate it. It was stuck to my back, melted everywhere. I sat up and I looked down and I was like, oh my God, what's all over my sheets?
You thought you shit yourself.
I either shit myself or had like really started my period and it was like that really gross period stuff. Dark brown.
The brown period.
Yep. So I get up and I'm like, what is that? And then I like turn to look behind me and I see the chocolate still in the wrapper, but completely smushed all over my back. I get up and it's stuck to me and I'm like, oh my hell. Took it off, stripped my bedding. I'm coming downstairs because my washer upstairs I had to get it fixed. I'm coming downstairs, walk of shame, holding all my sheets, and my dad's down there and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, so you'll find this really funny. I woke up with a chocolate stuck to my back and looked like I shit my pants in my bed. So now my parents won't let me live it down. So that's my mom comes in and brings me this. Living at home is great. And then goes, the chocolate story. Don't forget the melted chocolate story. I was like, I know.
I got it. I got this.
Got it, Mom.
That's funny. Dude, that's funny.
Yeah, those are my...
I've definitely woken up with food stuck to me before. I'm trying to think of what. Maybe like a Cheeto.
I feel like Taco Bell's probably up there somewhere.
Yeah. But it wouldn't be like the actual item. It would just be like something dripping off of the item.
Right.
Like some lettuce, a stray like chunk of cheese.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, something like that. For sure. Oh my God, that's funny.
Like a maybe piece of a quesadilla just right here.
You just wake up with the imprint on your face. Dude, that's been happening to me.
And all the zits to match.
Oh my God.
That's what I start telling people if I'm like breaking out, be like, I passed out. I had a great, passed out and I had a piece of fried chicken stuck to my face.
Stuck to my face.
That's what happened.
Just a chicken bone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's up, guys? If you listen to this podcast, you know that Brooke and myself and Jeanna are always trying to find the best new hair products and styling products, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to hair care, and that's because your hair and your goals are completely unique. I struggle with oily scalp, breakage. I've always wanted my hair to be long and thick and shiny. Thanks to my personalized Prose routine, I can honestly say I've never been more in love with my hair. Prose makes custom hair care that's effective because it's personal. Using natural ingredients with proven results, Prose customizes every product in your routine from shampoo to supplements. First, Prose starts by asking about your hair goals. Mine were more volume, less breakage, and faster growth. Their in-depth consultation also asks about you as a person. Prose asked me really unexpected things like, where do you live? What kind of activities do you do on a daily basis? What kind of medications you on? What are your dietary habits? And I never really expected that any of those things would play into the products that I use on my hair. Prose analyzed all my answers and hand-picked clean ingredients to help me reach my hair goals. These products all smell amazing and they leave my hair feeling so soft and so clean. My absolute favorite product that I have gotten from them so far is their dry shampoo. We all need a good dry shampoo that doesn't leave your hair feeling gritty or looking white after you use it. As a carbon neutral certified B Corp, Prose is an industry leader in clean and responsible beauty. All of their ingredients are sustainably sourced, ethically gathered, and cruelty-free. They're also the first custom beauty brand to go carbon neutral. If you're not 100% positive Prose is the best hair care you've had, they will take the products back, no questions asked. Prose is the key to achieving all your hair goals this year. Take your free, in-depth hair consultation and get 15% off your first order today. Go to prose.com/reps. That's prose.com/reps for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off.
I was going to read some people have been writing in. Thank God.
Yeah.
Not really questions, but that's okay. We just appreciate you writing in.
We love it.
Love it. It gives us like when we do this and we're like, okay, now what? Let's find some questions. Okay. This is from Cam. Says, hey guys, I absolutely love the YouTube podcast. I put you guys on my TV while I'm working, editing photos at my desk. And you guys are just as crazy as me, which makes me feel a bit more sane through my day. I just watched the Thanksgiving episode. And for one, I am that terrible host because I have zero experience hosting. And two, I am also that person who was super lonely at Thanksgiving. Aw. I know. When you guys were signing off saying, hope you aren't lonely, and kept that shit going, I couldn't stop laughing. Gotta laugh at your pain sometimes. Better luck next year, LOL. That's right.
It's back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for all the laughs and keeping me from losing it while working. Love you guys. Oh, we love you too.
Thanks, Cam.
Hey, you know what, Cam? Yeah, I can only go up from here.
You know what? I'm in a similar boat where it's like, well, laugh at myself, and then also, I mean, I'm at the bottom, so it's only up from here. The only bad part about that is I have told myself that so many times at this point throughout life, you know. Well, it's only up from here. Well, it's only up from here.
It could get worse. Like, this is where you got to go.
100%.
100% could be worse.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I have to keep reminding myself. Like, anytime I'm like really feeling like I'm in that loop of like, you know, nothing's going right. I got to go, I mean, look at the things that I do have.
Right.
That a lot of people don't have. And I just got to focus on that.
I've been recently trying to talk to myself about, okay, this is a test. See what you can handle. What can you handle? You're going to step up to the plate. You're going to figure it out. Or you're not. So, you know, I'm at the plate. I'm taking the bat. I'm hitting my feet. That's as far as I'm at. But
you're out.
You're out. Shit. Better luck next time. Put her on the bench. She's not ready. Put her on the bench. She's not ready.
Shit. Oh, that's funny. Okay, we had another one from Lindsay, and it's labeled Brooke's IG, and it says, "Hi, ladies. First, I just wanted to say that I no, don't be. First, I just wanted to say that I love listening to this podcast. You ladies are always cracking me up. I was so excited when I got to meet Brooke and Jeanna in Utah at FitCon. Oh, that's awesome. That was fun. Well, that was fun. That was fun.
That was a fun. That was fun.
I was just the sunscreener. But the real reason that I'm writing this is because last night I was looking at a post that Brooke had on IG, and I don't usually do this, but for whatever reason, I decided to read some of the comments. Big mistake. I've done the same thing. I was sitting there on the couch and I say to my fiance, I could never be a famous person. And he says, why? So I tell him, I'm sitting here reading some of these comments that people leave on Brooke's pictures. And yes, he knows who I'm talking about. LOL. I make him listen to the podcast on road trips sometimes. LOL. And I just want to tell these people to get a fucking life. I'm absolutely mind blown by some of the things that people feel the need to say. So all I have to say is you're amazing and fuck the haters. Oh, so
Thank
sweet.
you.
It's so true.
It's hard.
Yeah.
That's also why, like, to be honest,
This is leaking.
every once in a while, you know, I'll try and like go through comments to comment back. But if you are someone who, you know, comments on my posts and maybe you're really wanting me to comment back and I never do, it's not because I don't want to. I guess it's kind of like a self-defense mechanism by me not going through all of them.
Yeah.
Because it affects me more than I would like it to. Especially if I'm going
most people.
Yeah. Well, and also it depends too on like, I guess, maybe what someone might be going through at that point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
And you know what? Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Because I'm like, I've been real low before and I'm not like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go find somebody on Instagram and I'm going to talk a bunch of shit to them. I'm going to feel so much better.
Yeah. I'm going to cut them down.
Yeah. Fuck that. No, there's just not a good excuse to be unkind to people.
No.
And especially like to just put it out. Like, I don't know, like what is the need to put it out in front of like, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of people? It's like, why?
I think they just want to, well, this isn't a good reason, but if I were going to try and think about it too, like someone in that situation, it feels powerful.
Sure.
And it's like not a good kind of power. But it's like feels almost like it might be a bit of control. Like you might get under this person's skin, and then obviously the individual may be really insecure and going through some shit, and maybe stuck in a cycle where they don't even realize they're in it, but where all you're putting out is what you're getting back, and you're like fueling your own fire of negativity and
ugliness.
Someone, you know, bitch slaps you and says, wake up. Right. It might continue.
Well, and I think, but that's the fun of it for them, is that they can stay anonymous.
Yep.
I think it'd be amazing if like everybody was just outed.
Yeah.
Just knew exactly who everybody was.
Remember when I said I wanted to do a show, we found all these people and then we found out where they lived and then showed up, just knocked on the door with a camera for me to be like, hey,
I just reread their comment back to you.
Pull it up and be like, I want you to say this to my face. That's it. Like you, like the mean I'm not going to do anything about it. Honestly, I just want you to say it to my face and then tell me if you still feel that way.
Right. It's like the mean tweets, like Jeanna said on that. Yep. What show is that? Is that Jimmy Kimmel or what is that?
I think it was Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, where the celebrities sit and read tweets.
So good. Oh, excuse me. So good. Ones. Oh my God. So funny. But yeah. Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah,
I think it's nice for Brooke to get validation every once in a while about that. Mm-hmm. Forget. It just becomes so normal that you just forget.
Well, and I have to remind myself of this too. Like, how often am I looking at like my friends' posts or, you know, et cetera, and I will just like, I'll like the picture quick, but I don't always comment. I do try to now, like consciously, you know, if I see something, you know, I could add value or I could add some joy or whatever by just leaving a comment. I try to make myself do that more, but it is so easy when you just enjoy what you're saying to just like it. And
I don't even like pictures.
Exactly. But I'm saying like, there are people that
they thrive on that.
It could be really easy for someone's comment section to be a lot of negative unless the people that are positive want to take that extra step to like write something out.
Right.
And not everyone has that time to do it. You know, sometimes you're just going pee really quick and you're like, oh, let's see what's on Instagram. And then you're like, if you're a dude, you probably have plenty of time in there, you know, in the bathroom to like write a novel. So I expect a paragraph.
You're in the bathroom. But yeah.
Hi. Okay. Love you.
All right. This is from Lindy, and it's titled Poop Transplant.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, ladies. I'm a longtime listener to the podcast. I've recently been swamped at work and got behind on the podcast. This weekend, I've been catching up and just watched the episode on gut health. I was cracking up laughing at reaction to the fecal transplant because I had the same reaction the first time I heard of it. I mean, what the fuck? The idea still doesn't sit well with me, but I just thought I'd share a situation where it might have been used. My dad was 87 years old, living in a nursing home, and had recurring episodes with C. diff. It's an overpopulation of a bad bacteria in your gut. It can be fatal in older people if it isn't cured. C. diff can be very difficult to get rid of. He got rid of it 2 times without any problems, but the 3rd time he got it, they could not get rid of it. He finally started seeing a specialist, and they put him on some sort of regimen that lasted months, and the specialist told us if that didn't work, the next option would be a fecal transplant. You can about imagine the reaction I had and my sister had when I called to tell her. I realize this is TMI, but just thought you'd be interested to know when a fecal transplant might be necessary. Thanks for all the laughs and keep them coming, Lindy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still like so disturbed by the whole idea.
It's so full of, bacteria. So if someone has a gut that doesn't have any of the good bacteria, you can't, even if you're like taking pills or whatever, I don't think that it's like if you take vitamins, you don't necessarily, you don't absorb, it's not replacing or it's not absorbing everything that you might be taking. That's why sometimes with like, vitamin D or things like you'll up your dose if you really need a high dose. Right, Devon?
Mm-hmm. So, but I guess my question would be if you're putting, okay, so like say they're going to put a pound of Brooke's poop in me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll save your life when you're old.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
So they would do that because your body is so
I know why
able to produce its own. Okay.
Right.
Kind of like when you're pregnant and you're having weird cravings to eat dirt.
But the poop.
No, it's not like that.
I don't know anybody.
Your body, or like a dog. A dog.
That sounds like a psychological problem.
A dog, a puppy that's depleted in some sort of minerals, they'll eat their own poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but we're not dogs.
No, but we wouldn't eat the poop, but they'll just put it in our belly, because we need some things that aren't in ours.
Okay, but I guess my question.
She's like, wait.
Okay, but wait, hold on, hold on a second. I guess my question is like, okay, so they take my poop out, they put Brooke's poop inside of me, mm-hmm. But the poop's gonna come out. Mm-hmm. So like, what's the amount of time it needs to be in my? You know what I mean? Like, are they putting it in your upper intestine so it has more? Because isn't more of the poop made in the lower?
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it.
I have so many questions as far as like,
we're gonna Google it.
How long does the poop need to be in there? Also,
to replace the
fecal.
I have no idea.
Transplant.
I didn't work in a GI lab.
I know, but it's like I wish I would have thought of these things. I was still so like spun out by the fact that someone was putting their poop in another person that I was like,
hey, I'm going to read this to you. This is from hopkinsmedicine.org.
All right.
What you need to know about fecal transplants.
Okay.
Fecal transplantation is also called fecal microbiota transplantation, FMT, stool transplant, bacteria therapy, or intestinal microbiota. I'm saying it exactly how it's spelled. Transplant.
Yeah, whatever. It's a shit transplant.
FMT is mainly used to treat persistent infections with C. diff. So what she was talking about.
Okay.
The procedure works by taking healthy bacteria from the feces of a carefully screened donor and transferring them to the colon of the recipient. A fecal transplant is typically performed through a colonoscopy. However, it can also be performed with upper endoscopy.
So it's like what? Like through the belly button?
No, that's
eating it
through your mouth, like down into your
feeding tube
belly. No, an endoscopy is like where they go in through your esophagus and look.
Oh, I can read it.
It's like a camera that goes down.
My God. Stop it.
I think I'd go with the colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm. You think?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'm going to read this. Okay.
I mean, I guess you're asleep, so you don't know.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't.
The whole concept is really fucking me up.
That's pretty gross.
It's all gross. I just think of that horrible movie. What's that horrible movie? Human Centipede?
Oh. Hey,
I don't know what that is.
Hey,
oh my God, it's this awful horror movie,
Yeah.
where this fucking disgusting, I couldn't even watch it. Like, and I love horror movies.
You couldn't watch it?
I couldn't watch it because it's so gross. He basically kidnaps people, and he does this science experiment where he's sewing. He basically has them all like on all fours, and he's sewing the one person's mouth to the person in front of them, his butthole, and like he feeds the first person, and it goes through all of them.
Oh my God.
So it's like,
you guys, we can't unhear that.
I know. I'm sorry.
And you know what? Why do I visualize everything?
I know. It's so bad. I know. Sorry.
That's so bad.
That's bad. It's a movie.
Like a real movie? Is it like
it's an old movie?
No, it's like an old cult movie. Yeah, kind of a cult movie, I would say.
Hey,
yeah.
Research
something I've never been able to watch. Sorry, go ahead.
Research shows that fecal transplant can restore healthy bacteria in the lower intestine, which can help control C. diff and keep it from coming back. In some cases, FMT can be more effective than antibiotics for keeping C. diff in check. And fecal transplantation may be an option for people who have a C. diff infection in their colon that keeps coming back and is causing colitis. Although there is great interest in other possible applications of FMT for conditions such as inflammatory IBS, autism, and obesity, there is no scientific evidence that fecal transplant is safe and effective for treating problems other than C. diff. Research on additional FMT uses is ongoing.
Got it.
They're continually doing more research.
Very interesting.
Okay, guys. So if you ever wondered.
And if you're wondering how they do a colonoscopy with it, a gastroenterologist guides the colonoscope through the entire length of the colon. And as it is withdrawn, the solution containing donor feces is deposited into the colon. I'm gonna be honest, the way I pictured it was more like this, like a blood transfusion. Like as it's pulling your poop out, it's putting new poop in.
Yeah, it's like yeah. Or not, or just like when they show like autopsies. No?
Which part?
Because they're blowing the solution in as the blood's coming in.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You said that, and I just pictured like...
Or like embalming. Sorry. Like embalming fluid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, you know,
like they cut you open.
No, I pictured you. I was like... So I'm just picturing the gut open because I've been watching Haunted Hill House. Or whatever.
I love that show.
I know. I just finished it.
You know, I've watched it like 3 times.
Same.
Dude, the bent neck lady. Dude, gets me every time. The old bent neck lady.
Dude, and even with me knowing, because I'd seen it before, I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
But now I do.
I like when there's like enough time that's gone by where you're like, what's happening?
Yeah. Like, I think I kind of remember. But
like you tricked yourself into forgetting the ending.
Like, I don't remember what's going on. Oh shit, I don't remember what's going on.
I'm so happy. Oh my God. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at BetterHelp.com. That's BetterHelp.com/reps and get on your way to being your best self. When you're at your best, you feel like you can do anything. I mean, at least I do. You feel like you can do great things. But sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you, because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. I personally like therapy because I find it beneficial to talk to someone other than a friend. As much as I love talking to my friends, my therapist is much better at actually knowing what to say and what I need to do. And it's done in a confidential environment. I get to do it in the comfort of my own home. And recently I had a therapist that I didn't feel like was the right fit, so switching therapists was really easy. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/reps today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps.
Hey, I don't know
think-
much about this, but I'm gonna make a comment anyways because maybe Devon knows.
Go.
Did you know? I read this. Did you know that not everybody, like if you were telling me about the human centipede, right?
Yeah.
I'm picturing it almost like
Yeah.
a movie in my head.
I do know what you're going to say.
Not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
know
heard
why.
that, but I don't know much about it.
Google it quick.
Yeah. Who was talking about this? And it was so interesting. I think, you know who it was? And it was a while ago, and it was Geo. Remember Geo that we met?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
good friends with.
it was her.
Geo was talking about it with her husband on their podcast.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how she worded it.
It's
And I was
called
like,
aphantasia. It's a
aphantasia?
phenomenon in which people are unable to visualize imagery.
Crazy.
Isn't that weird?
Aphantasia.
It is weird. I'm just gonna take this opportunity to go make myself a piece of toast.
Blind in your mind.
Blind in your mind. So yeah, it's like when you're talking or somebody's like telling a story, or say like you're reading a book, there's nothing.
Yeah.
God, masturbation would be hard.
Oh my goodness.
No, you just watch it.
It would be really hard.
Yeah,
What
it
if,
is
what if,
hard.
what if you were trying to like not watch?
You
know?
just need to always like be alone.
by yourself.
Yeah.
When things aren't working, it's like, man, all right. What did we used to say in your going to your Rolodex? Like, wait a minute. Oh, nope. Nah, that's not interesting. And then you end up just giving up. You're like, tomorrow.
I feel
Today's not the day.
I feel like there's some people
Today's
that are
not
like,
the day.
today's not the day. Today's not the day.
I really wanted to do it, but I can't visualize any pictures in my head, and there's no TV, and the internet's out.
Oh my God.
It says
Yeah.
it was identified in 2015, and 2 to 5% of the population have a lifelong inability to generate any images within their mind's eye.
Crazy.
I
That's
know.
like, so like, you know, like when they say things like, leave it to your imagination.
Yeah, they're
Right.
like,
Does that mean
shit.
they don't have an imagination?
Maybe not, or maybe they just see
Maybe
it
they can't
in
picture it.
words.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Like we get to see the picture, but they're just reading the subtitles.
Yeah.
Right.
Weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you don't know what you don't got if you don't got it. Is that a thing?
Yeah, like colorblind people don't know what color
Yeah.
is.
Like they don't know what they're missing out
They
on.
never
'Cause they
seen it.
never had it. Yeah.
Have you seen some of those videos of people getting the glasses that help them see?
Yes.
I wonder if that's like real.
Yeah.
Do you think it's
If it's
kind of
real, I
amazing
mean-
watching their reactions?
I mean, I guess there's like really no way to know, right?
Mhm.
How would you know? You're like, describe it. Have you ever just like tried to describe green?
You're like, yeah, it's really
The color of grass?
yeah.
Well,
it's
yeah,
so
but even
grass.
then, like,
Wait.
well, I've always wondered this, like when, like the color that I'm seeing, are you seeing it the same way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because the fact is like, we can both identify, like if you put like a bunch of colors in front of me and I would be like, that's green, that's yellow, that's blue or whatever. And then Brooke did the same thing and said the same ones. It still doesn't necessarily mean that we're seeing the same thing.
That's true.
It's true.
It just knows, it just means that she identifies that as that color.
Yeah. Let's try and do it. Green. Well, I could say that green. Okay, we have to be more specific.
Well, I guess that there's a
lime
huge
green.
flaw in
Let's
my.
go lime green. If we had to describe it by words to someone who can't see color, how would we do it? Lime green. I'd say bright.
You'd say what?
Bright. Makes you think of summertime. If it were a drink, it would be a mojito.
I don't think it's making sense.
Why? What if I was describing the color red?
Why?
Hot, bold,
Why?
maybe a little scary.
Yeah, I don't know how you would describe something without like saying the object that it is.
Right.
Well, people do it all the time to people who are actually blind. So,
Well, I know, but I'm not one of those people.
no, but I kind of try and describe a color to me. Go. I'll give you something. Yeah, try.
Okay.
It's like when you're picking a color for your room and they put them together, or it's like you're wearing pastels because it's springtime. We wear pastels in springtime. I don't wear pastels, but we choose things that might, fit the vibe. Or when you're doing flowers, how would you describe how you would, like, why you would pick a certain color?
I honestly, my mind is blank, and
it's
that's why I would never.
Devon.
No, it's because it's because I'm hungry. Because you know what I did? I drank black tea on an empty stomach.
Now you got a bellyache.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, go, Devon. You're the one that has to.
I have to do this.
Actually, I won't make you do it.
Yeah,
I will say this. Have you ever tried to picture? This is probably going to sound a little stupid, maybe a little crazy. Picture yourself, like your face, your features, your details. Can you do it?
No,
I can't do it. I have to see a photo of me. I have to in my head look at it like I'm looking at a picture of me, or I couldn't tell you how I look.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't describe to you what I look like. I actually forget what I look like, and that seems kind of a little crazy. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh. Well, sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, whoa.
Maybe you have face blindness.
And then other times I might be, actually be like, oh shit, that's me. Next day, Next day, huh. But if I had to if we was in art class and I didn't have a picture and you had to face,
yeah,
I don't think I could do it. Accurate.
Or like when they do, describe people for
yeah.
What do they call it?
Like a
wanted post.
Yeah.
Like a
something sketch.
Missing person.
Sketch artist. It's like the
sketch artist, like for a sketch artist. Like when they do it, for whether it's a perpetrator or somebody missing or whatever.
Yeah. I always wonder, I always get a little bit jealous of people that might have to give a description. Somehow in the interaction, let's say it was a scary interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Adrenaline high, and maybe you're a little nervous for your life. Description. How the hell were you he's this, he had a square jaw, butt chin.
Right. I think they talk you through it. I think they have different things
tactics to help you remember.
Yeah. And then you go his eyes look more like that, or
okay.
I'm not really sure. I mean, it's never happened to me, thank God.
Me neither.
Well, no, they always talk about those people in those situations that are smart enough to remember to pay attention to certain things. Yeah. I always think about
tattoos or moles or something.
Yeah.
Identifying. I know. I think about that too. I feel like just getting up and talking in front of people makes me black out.
Right.
If you were
like you're being attacked or something and scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just start shouting, mole, mole. Mole. Guy has a mole. Woman has a mole. I don't know. That's all you can remember. Mole. But you just start, instead of remembering it, you're just shouting them out.
Oh my God, mole. I'm gonna go see Magic Mike tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess there's a second one or third one. I don't know. What?
Oh, for some reason I thought you were going there was a traveling show.
Oh no. It's just a movie.
It is a movie. I was gonna say, hey, if you can have flash photography, take some videos.
Oh. No, I actually don't. Movie. I think I've talked about it, Thunder from Down Under. I hated that show.
I never been, and I have no interest.
I mean, I don't know now it was a long time ago. I don't know now with the Me Too movement, how much they can do to people, but it just, you know what it felt like? It felt like all the men were getting off. You know what I mean?
The dancers, the performers?
The men. Yeah. It's they touch you. I mean,
they're in a power position.
They were you would just see them just take the back of chicks' heads and just grinding them into their crotches. I would have
been like this. Slam.
No, you know what I did? I sat there like this so that nobody would touch me, because I was like, oh my God, this is too much. And it's crazy. The women are nuts. Yeah, like with their feather boas and shit. Like I'll watch that shit on the big screen. But
if any of our male listeners are in fact male strippers, don't take this personally. But male strippers kind of just not interested. Kind of
or
grosses
just be
me
like
out.
more sensual. Like don't be like such a like I'm gonna like. I feel like male strippers are doing what men want rather than what women want.
I want you to come in like a really nice suit.
Yeah.
Maybe having like just a whiskey straight.
Yeah, neat.
And you just kind of, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Maybe you just go out on stage and you sit down in a really nice, like, office chair, and just like cross a leg and you just stare at me. And then maybe,
you're like, Brooke, this is a show. This is for more than one woman.
You don't even have to take any clothes off.
Yeah.
Just eye fuck me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like,
and then be like,
fully clothed, looks like he has a great job, smart, great choice in alcohol. I like the way the suit fits, great hair. And he's looking at me. Why is he looking at me? Oh, wait, he's looking at all of us. There's a million of us in here.
Yeah. Oh, it's not just me.
And then he goes, just so you know, the laundry's done.
I was just going to say, no, then the next guy comes out and all he does is he comes out, he's holding a hamper and there's a washing machine on the stage. He just starts doing laundry and then he folds it.
Yep.
And he folds it.
Then the next guy comes out and he's just, all he does is chops wood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just chops wood up there.
I mean, that is sexy.
Yeah.
Wood chopping.
Yeah.
Little mountain man. But yeah.
Anyways.
It's hopefully better than just watching men just,
gyrate. That's the word.
Just fuck women's faces.
Yeah.
It's like, I told you he put
Jeanna has a little PTSD from.
I do. It was so bad, and I went with my cousin, and we got VIP because we just wanted somewhere to sit because we didn't know what it was like, and VIP ended up being like at the tables that were at the front, so like you got all the attention, and that was not the VIP. That was not the kind of very important person that we wanted to be. We wanted to be the people that just had like a seat. Yeah. But instead we were sitting in choo-choo train fashion with these long tables and the guys would come out and dance so that you were right there. They were touching you constantly.
I've made a huge mistake.
I made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. And like this poor girl, I think I've told you this before, this poor girl, they brought her up and it was like an office chair. And I swear to God, this poor girl got whiplash because he's just flinging her. I mean, her chair's like flying across, like hitting the wall. I mean, and he's just on top of her, just gyrating in her face, like sweaty balls. And I was just like, oh my God.
I feel like
that is not a privilege.
I feel like
I'm not that important, actually.
Yeah, no.
I'm actually surprised that somehow you didn't end up being the one in the office chair being slung everywhere.
I know.
You'd have been like,
I think because literally Lindsay and I sat like this and like talked to each other. Cause she was like I said, we were choo-choo trained. So I was behind her and the guys would walk by and they'd touch your back, like as they were walking by, like they would just like feel you out. Cause I'm telling you, like a lot of the women, it's not like they were just like skull fucking people that didn't want it. I mean, these girls were like,
no, you're not going there. If you're not going, that's not what you want. Hey, we could open a new version, like an upscale, what women really want strip club. And it's just not really a strip club. It's just men doing, handy things around the house. We got like different stages. We got like a backyard stage. They bring out lawn, like turf, and then they mow it.
There's gotta be a service like that.
And then one's like up there barbecuing. Yeah. And maybe it's not even a stage. Maybe this building has multiple rooms and they're themed differently. So one is a laundry room and has chairs and seats. You guys can go in there and have a drink. And the guy's just doing doing laundry the whole time. And you go to another room and it's, I don't know, maybe mowing the lawn or chopping wood or fixing a pipe or maybe just.
These all feel like setups for a porn.
except that all it is more like a storefront. But he's moving around in the storefront and then you just get to sit there and be like, man, kind of, it might be a really sense of like calming for women, maybe that are like, have lots of kids and they have tons of laundry all the time. You just go in here, just like watching this guy just wash and fold and
no, it'd be even smarter. We should just do a wash and fold with hot men, and they bring your actual laundry and they do it for you.
That's it. This is how we get ideas, you guys. You put them all out there. It's a little messy, and then you pull in the pieces that would work.
All right, down. All right, guys.
We could hire some college guys to do that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Okay, guys. Well, whoa, what happened here? Never mind. We are so happy that you guys are here with us today. Thank you so much for writing into us.
Thank you. writing in.
I'm having a hard time with...
Okay. Hey, guys. Thanks for listening.
You finish.
Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning.
And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Talk to you next week.
There you go. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.